I know this is mental, but over the month of the constant ghostly experiences, Jackson failed to capture one on camera, and the video that you are about to see is the first time he managed to get something.
I'm back here for not too long. Can you make the light shut off? So you fuckers think that this is fucking fake? You fuckers think that this is fake? Okay.
This video was sent to his family group chat, who all called him an attention-seeking faker when he told them about what was going on. Strangely, the candle launched itself off from the table and onto the floor, and it was clear that no strings or affecting devices were attached. Jackson finally obtained his proof, and his family stopped considering him to be a psychopath. Now I am going to be very quick to introduce the next series of clips, because we have looked at the creator so many times that I have lost count. His name is Mukailo, and if you have watched another video from this channel, the name will likely ring a bell. Anyways, in the following clips, he was on one of his usual ghost hunts for a client who wanted their house cleansing, and he manages to encounter a heap of paranormal activity. Take a look at the first piece. In a mysterious manner, the wardrobe continued to open and close, whilst letting off some sort of windy noise. Mukailo stood there, trying his absolute hardest not to interfere with the spirit's fun in order to capture more evidence for his client. But eventually, it inevitably came to a halt. Most ghost hunters would have surrendered in this situation and turned back home to claim their money. However, despite already witnessing enough to get paid, Mukailo was deeply interested in this poltergeist and wanted to adventure some more, and did. He walked around the house for quite some time until he eventually came across a small, dirty room which appeared to have not been tended to in months. Mukailo chuckled to himself after seeing what state the place was in, knowing that even if the place was not haunted, the owners had a huge task in cleaning the house. Needn't they worry about this though, because the house was indeed haunted, and the next clip further proves this. In the room, some sort of stool began to move on its own accord, and Mikhailo was taken aback by this. Usually in the presence of a spirit you can feel it, the cold and the darkness, overruling all other conditions. However, he felt none of this, and this remains a mystery to date. Mikhailo went back home and was wire transferred his money, but it did not take long for his next job. Out of the blue, his business phone began to ring, and Mikhailo rushed to answer. You never know when the largest offer of your lifetime could spawn, so he never ignored business calls, and he was lucky he did not miss this one. A wealthy male by the name of Sebastian was willing to pay $5,000 to have his house cleansed of evil, and of course, Mikhailo accepted. This is what he found there.
Началось.
Similarly to the last house, a closet was rocking back and forth, which led Mikhailo to believe that both homes shared the same spirit type. This meant that in order to learn how to defeat one of them, he needed to learn how to defeat both. Make sure to subscribe as Mikhailo's story will be continuing in my next video. In the year of 2010, Donna Ayres became one of the least deserving victims of a haunting ever. She was as innocent as women came and wanted nothing at all to do with evil, having religious texts and ornaments dotted all around her household. Despite this being what was supposed to be a barrier, though, it did not stop her divorced husband's ghost from getting to her. You see, many years ago, Donna was in what she believed was an unhealthy marriage and decided to divorce Scott, the male in question. However, he passed away weeks before this clip was caught on tape, and theorists believe that it was very likely he was the cause.
If you're there, please can you move on to the light? I've never been through this before and I've never had any experience of those. I've never been through this before and I beg in the Lord's name, please, just leave me be. Please. It's getting quite frightening now. Have a cross coming down my bloody wall.
The Holy Cross of Jesus Christ slowly eased its way down the wall, and when Donna chose to beckon for help, rather than sit in silence, it thudded onto the ground. If that was the act of her ex-husband, Scott, then maybe it was a great idea to get rid of him. No man who throws a cross to the ground is a man. Elf on the Shelf is a gimmick that has been going on for a very long time, and it is safe to say that the majority of people watching this video are aware of its purpose. I must say that young children should cover their ears though, because what is about to happen reveals stuff that you guys cannot know.
So this is Carol, our Christmas elf. Hello, Carol. Hey, tell Santa we've been really, really good, okay?
Now, as all of us older people are aware, it is actually the parents who move the elves, which means that they are not in fact supposed to have lives of their own. Because of this, the way its eyes moved in the first place should have been impossible, which leads me, and many other like-minded people, towards one simple conclusion. Some sort of spirit was using the elf as a vessel to gain a somewhat humanoid form again, and decided to give this poor woman a fright. Our world is riddenced with non-believers in the paranormal world, and people like the man in the next clip try day in, day out to prove the existence of these interesting entities. No matter how much these people try though, non-believers will always find a logical solution to it, whether it be fishing wire or a minor earthquake. The man in this video, however, did a pretty excellent job at convincing. Have a watch.
This video is for the people out there who think I'm making fake ghost videos. Here's my hands. I have no strings attached to anything. That right there is a vent to my air conditioner unit for the air to come out. There's nothing attached to that. I don't know why some dude thought I was using it for a hoax. I'm in here. I'm hearing strange noises from my living room. Let's check out what we can conjure up. Let's go on the other side of the phone. Here's my hand. Here we go. I'm not going to stop talking so no one thinks I stopped editing, okay? Now, let's see what I can conjure up. If there's any spirits here, feel free to show yourself. Let yourself be known. Apparently I'm haunted because I bought a fucking doll from an estate sale. Is there anything here? Hello? Anybody want to speak? Is anyone here? Hello? Yeah, you saw that fucking shit, didn't you? Hello? You saw that fucking shit? Yeah, explain that fucking shit. Hello? Explain that fucking shit. Hey, I'm out of here.
Somehow, despite there being absolutely no cuts and no wire of any sort connected to the pictures, both of them collapsed out of nowhere, almost undeniably proving that poltergeists roam the earth. Of course, as I said though, there will always be a select few people who even choose to deny proof this incredibly surreal, and if you are one of those, then feel free to comment why this was fake. I am keen to hear your reasoning, and am open to being proved wrong. I do not, however, believe that anyone will convince me otherwise that a ghost did this. The night shift. By far one of, if not the most dreaded words for any working person. Working this late has many negative effects, such as ruining your sleep schedule, leaving you a mess the next day, and taking all enjoyment out of the job, which is why so many people hate it. However, after watching the clip that I am about to put on screen, all of these night shift haters will count themselves lucky that they have not been forced to encounter what this poor employee did. His name was Baz, and he worked in a storage faculty. At night, he was left alone in one of the buildings to cater for late dispatches, which did not come much. Little did he know that something else was on shift with him.
Oye, por eso les digo que a mí no me gusta quedarme en la oficina solo. La neta que me da una güey que se fuera, güey. Fue que me esperaran. Y ya me habían pasado esas cosas. La neta no se vale.
En una oficina de México se den cosas paranormales constantemente. Uno de los empleados capta en video los impactantes eventos que ahí ocurren. Vamos a verlos.
Oye, por eso les digo que a mí no me gusta quedarme en la oficina solo. La neta que me da una güey que se fuera, güey. Fue que me esperaran. Y ya me habían pasado esas cosas. neta no se vale. ¿Quién anda ahí? Le voy a marcar a la policía, Esto es propiedad privada. Oye, hey, tú, ven acá. Yo ya voy a pagar todo y yo ya me voy. La neta no es justo, güey. Ustedes me vuelven a hacer esto y yo renuncio, güey. Ya vamos a dormir. Yo no estoy para estos jugueteos. Hasta el vecino tiene que venir. Bueno. Ay, güey. No. Güey, vamos.
All sorts of unexplainable, outrageously spooky stuff happened within a small time span, leading Baz to chase around this spirit for a long period of time. Now you probably thought that the paranormal activity put enough on the poor man's plate, but his employer did not think in the same way. Baz was sacked for not finishing his work on schedule, and no sympathy was given to him. Harsh, I know. In the following video, the time was 4 a.m., and Sakina was fast asleep. She was a very deep sleeper, and usually her soulmate would have to shake her a lot in order to get her out of bed. This night was strange and different though. At 4, Sakina started to hear her dog howling from downstairs, accompanied by some cold sort of feeling that she is still unable to describe. Due to her boyfriend being out of town, she was forced to go downstairs and investigate, but what she found was definitely unexpected.
Eran las 4 de la mañana y mi perrita no paraba de ladrar cuando salí. Capté esto.
Her dog was barking at seemingly nothing, but upon closer inspection, a shadow figure could be seen in the clip, indicating a ghostly presence. Being the innocent girl she was, Sakina brushed this off as being quote-unquote weird lighting, and went back inside, but things only became worse from here.
Hola, gente. Otra vez el ruido ese. Tampoco estoy haciendo compañía hoy, pero ya estoy sola. Todo el día se escucha un ruido de abajo y la verdad que no sé. Ay, con olor a árbol. Sora. Sora, subí. Ay, no, Dios santo. Nera.
At first, Shiva thought the hands were a prank from her boyfriend, but as she approached them, they seemingly no-clipped through the stairs. This was pure proof that she was dealing with a spirit and not a bored boyfriend. On March 24th of